Welcome to the 9 News Prep Rally.
Welcome into the Sunday morning prep rally. I'm Ashley Moore, and for the second day in a row, the prep rally is on the road. We are at Dutch Clark Stadium in Pueblo for the 6-man through 2A state championships. So let's get to it, beginning with the 1A state game in the battle of undefeateds.
We will be humble, and we will dominate. We will put them on their back every play, and then we will help them up.
Yes, sir.
The undefeated Forge Christian Fury taking on the number 1 team in the state, the Ray Eagles. So let's get to it. Ray possession first, and the quarterback fakes the handoff. Casey mid-gap gets outside with the quickness, and he's too fast. Ray goes up 6-0 for the first points the Fury have allowed all postseason long. Shortly after, the Eagles knocking again. This time it's Samuel Meisner up the gut with his first score of the game, 12-0 Eagles. And Ray would get it again, this time at their own 12-yard line. Handoff to Meisner through the contact, and my goodness, he breaks free. Meisner past midfield, and the Fury have no chance. 88-yard rushing touchdown for his second on the day. But it's kickoff time on the prep rally, and you know what that means. Dante V. Hill scoops it up, heads right, and look at the gaping hole created for him. Only one man to beat, and the stiff arm would do it every time. V. Hill goes downhill for an 80-yard touchdown and kickoff return for the Fury's first points, 20-7. But I promise this is not the same play from earlier. Meisner through contact again as he cruised down the sideline for his third touchdown and 259 yards in the first half. Unreal. But Ray was just too dominant as the Eagles win their first state title since 1993.
Oh man, it's something special. You look up in the crowds, half the town of Ray is here, and it just shows how special how special our community is, our small town. It truly is a blessing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. This is the best crowd in the state of Colorado.
Man, Forge is great. I mean, we've been game planning all week on how we're going to beat them, and it came down to physicality. We had to come out, we had to punch them in the mouth. You know, they've only allowed like 3 touchdowns all year. We had to come out, we had to stop them early, punch them in the mouth, and I think once we scored that first touchdown, I think we knew we were going to start rolling.
Let's go! This is state! Last game! Last chance to prove we're the best team in the state!
It was the most anticipated state championship game this weekend. The Wellington Eagles taking on the Classical Academy Titans, and you're going to want to stick around for the drama.
1, 2, 3, guns up!
The Titans have it first. QB Andrew Brown fakes the handoff and sifts it up to Zach Mediavilla for the first Titans score of the game and the only score of the first quarter. But to the second, Classical Academy running the exact same play. This time he's wide open. 14-zip Titans. But for Wellington, let's head to the ground. QB Tanner Gray airs it out to a wide open Cash Alschwager. And nobody's home. Cash making the deposit to make it 14-7 Titans. But TCA would respond. This time the QB does hand it off to Jackson Schiffer with the rushing tutty to make it 21-7 Titans. But here comes Wellington. Gray dropping back, and look at the spin. And wait a minute, Brayton Meglin catches between the 2 defenders. 1-score game at the half. But to the fourth, Wellington's number 4, Tanner Gray, gets denied access, but then punches it in on the try-back. This touchdown would bring it within 1. But Wellington head coach is a gutsy man, calls for 2, and Kyle Kistner takes it in, and the Eagles take the 1-point lead off the 2-point conversion. But to the controversy, TCA in the red zone with 40 seconds to go, down 1 point. Schiffer takes the handoff and fumbles the ball. Wellington falls on top, but the refs make the wrong call and say he's down. The Titans would score on the next play to win it all, 42-36.
We literally could not have done it without our coaching staff, without our offense, without anyone. This means the world to not only as players, our coaches, but this entire school.
We did it!
I can't even take it in how much this means to us. I can't put it to words. I really can't. All glory to God. This is amazing, amazing victory. Thanks be to Him. Amazing.
Oh, but that matchup set us up for this time next week. The 3A, 4A, and 5A state championships will be at Kevin Stadium at CSU. But first, let's get through those semifinals matchups. The Valor Christian Eagles on the road at the Stutler Bowl, taking on the Cherry Creek Bruins, and we'll pick it up with Creek up 7. First quarter, the Bruins face 3rd and 13 when Brady Vodica drops back to pass, but can't find anyone open, so he runs up the middle for a 23-yard touchdown, 14-zip Creek. Valor's turn. Dawson Oak back to pass, but Ashton Shepardson gets up there. Somebody check his vertical. My goodness. And returns it for a pick 6. But back to Valor. Cash Spence in the Wildcat, and he rushes in for a touchdown, 21-7 Creek. But right before the half, Bruins QB Brady Vodica on 3rd and 7 finds Elijah LaDrum Hamilton to make it 28-7 as Creek eliminates Valor to head to state 42-17. But let's see who they'll play. The undefeated Fairview Knights taking on the Legend Titans and will begin in the 3rd. Titans up 7 and in Wildcat formation. Direct snap to Chep Jones, who will dive in for the 1-yard score, 28-14 Legend. But to the 4th, when Fairview QB Key Ellison passes to Jordan Retchell, and Retchell is going to hit the defender with a mean stiff arm and dissect the rest of the D for the score, 28-21 Knights trail. But back to Legend, handoff to Jaden Lawrence, and through traffic, he gets down to the 3-yard line. And right after, who? Chep Jones punches it in for his 3rd touchdown of the day as Legend knocks off the Titans 35-21, winning 10 straight games to reach the state championship for the very first time in school history.
I didn't know whether to cry or whether to, smile. I hugged my dad. I've just been working since freshman year, and it's just a great opportunity. Go compete one more time, and let's go Legend.
I just think we know what we're about. We know what we have on our team, and no matter what hits us, we just know that we have what it takes to come back and punch them in the mouth.
Down in 4A at Jeffco Stadium was the Dakota Ridge Eagles taking on the Broomfield Eagles. But after today, one will fly no more. Dakota Ridge going for it on 4th down at the goal line when Landon Carlsbeck is stuffed. Broomfield defense coming in clutch. Shortly after, Broomfield hands it off to Elliott Less, and Less breaks free for a 17-yard touchdown run, 7-zip Broomfield. Next drive for Dakota Ridge, Kellen Berenson with plenty of time, flushed out of the pocket and trying to make a play out of no play. He throws it up, but Mikael Benner picks him off and returns it for about 35 yards for the pick 6, 14-0 Broomfield. But to the 2nd quarter, Dakota Ridge trying the reverse flea flicker. Jackson Arnold slips, though, and can't pitch it back clean. Maverick Scarpella comes up with the scoop and score 28-0 as Broomfield handles business. 45-7, they'll face Montrose for it all next Saturday. Well, let's head north for the 3A semifinal game against Meade and Pomona. Pomona will strike first as Ethan Vu takes the sweep around the left side and scores from 13 yards out, but they missed the extra point. 2nd quarter now with Meade up 7-6. Quarterback Christian Heiner finds Ryan St. Alban running the seam, and y'all hear that ringing? It's a house call. 60 yards out, 14-6 Meade. And then the largest player on the field at 390 pounds makes the biggest play of the game. The Panthers' pass gets deflected and ends up in the soft hands of Goff. The Panthers would come back in the 4th quarter, but the Mavs hold on 21-19 to win and punch their ticket to the state championship game next week in Fort Collins. So who will they play? It'll be the winner of Green Mountain Rams facing the undefeated 1 seed, the Thompson Valley Eagles. And we'll begin with Thompson Valley possession. Handoff to Weston Bebo, who gets lost in a sauce until he emerges from the pile, and watch out, Bebo trucking it down the sideline and ain't nobody catching him. 70-plus yard touchdown run to put TV up 7-0. But to the 4th quarter, Rams QB Demetrius Padilla getting pressured by Dane Gray, and that forces an INT by Jaden Tripodi, sealing any chances of a comeback as Thompson Valley wins it 31-3 and have one more game to go for a state championship against Meade.
I'm looking forward to that. This is the first time we've been undefeated, and they're going to the state championship. Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Our team hasn't been in the state championship since 1989 or something crazy like that, and we've never won a state title before, so that's probably what we're going to be focused on.
Well, that's all for the 9 News Prep Rally. Next week, we will have the 3A, 4A, and 5A state title games. But that's all for this week. We'll see you next time right here on the 9 News Prep Rally.